Christmas Eve in Miller's Point, which is the new film from Tyler Thomas Termina, who made Ham on Rye, and who, according to the press notes, puts his uncanny cinematic stamp on a holiday movie. 4 generations of the Balsano family gathering together for what may be the last family home in Long Island. This is set in 2006, apparently. Aunts, uncles, grandmother, they all eat, drink, get cross with each other. Group starts to sort of fall apart. We learn that the matriarch of the family is in need of care. They're squabbling about selling the house, putting her in the home. Meanwhile, young members of the family go off and do young people stuff. Definitely a family affair. Keeping it in the family. Cast includes Francesca Scorsese, daughter of Martin, Sawyer Spielberg, son of Stephen. Cast also includes Elsie Fisher, who's been great in the past, not here. Maria Dizia, who was great in Marcy May Marlene, not here. Ben Schenkman, Greg Turkington, Michael Cera is also a producer. So it starts with Cera and Turkington as 2 comedy cops, speed cameraing in hilarious deadpan silence. And then it moves into typical American indie fashion, into a house full of people who clearly mean an awful lot to the writer and director, but about whom I could not give a space monkeys. Essentially, this is like being in an annoying family reunion, but it's not your family. You don't know them. You don't care about them. Everything about the film is, which incidentally has been critically quite well received in the manner of American indie cinema. Everything about the film is annoying, from the characters to the visual palette to the air of smug certainty about how kookily entertaining and yet tragically heroic they all are. Cera and Turkington are particularly terrible, playing cops who appear to be wearing sort of dress-up costumes as cops, like they couldn't even be bothered to actually make themselves look like cops. Because, hey, everyone's just going to be so crazy about the fact that this thing is so quirky. It's just going to be fabulous, and it's quirky, and these people are quirky, and they're like really, really interesting and quirky and offbeat. And the soundtrack is this jukebox onslaught that goes all the way through the film, of like doo-wop bangers. And at one point, they play Hey Rock and Roll by Shiwaddy Waddy. Now, imagine this. This is a film with loads of doo-wop and Shiwaddy Waddy on the soundtrack, and I hate it. Imagine how bad it must be to make me dislike that. Watching this made Margot at the Wedding seem like a walk in the park. The entire film gave me a headache. I longed for an asteroid to fall out of the sky and wipe the entire neighborhood off the planet so I didn't have to spend any more time. This was American independent cinema at its most insufferable. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has an 83% fresh rating, with a summation of reviews saying, capturing both the cheer and the frustration that accompany holiday gatherings, Christmas Eve in Miller's Point is a Yuletide chronicle that rings true. And if that's not proof that Rotten Tomatoes isn't worth the paper it's not written on, then I don't know what it is. I saw it with a fellow critic who had been to see it before, really didn't like it, but was going back to give it a second chance in case he had misjudged it the first time round. And at the end of it, I virtually shook his hand, because that was service above and beyond. It was absolutely insufferable. And but hey, quirky American independent cinema. Come and spend time with all these crazy kooky people. They're strange and sad and a bit. And I literally wanted a very big asteroid to knock them all off the face of the planet. I hated it.